Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. This is Kay back at it with a new boxing video. Today I want to talk about Shakur Sugar Stevenson. Are the top guys in the lightweight division avoiding Shakur? Let's talk about it. First up, Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Isaac Pitbull Cruz, Shakur called him out long time ago. And first, Pitbull was on board with it. And then I believe his management team told him avoid that fight. And the reason they told him to avoid that fight is because they know Shakur Stevenson would outbox him, outclass him, and he's too short for Shakur Stevenson. So they told him pull out of that fight. Next up, Devin the Dream Haney, the WBO, IBL, WBA super lightweight, WBC champion. He decided to fight Progress instead at super lightweight to avoid Shakur Stevenson. Now, why is that? Devin Haney to me is a class act. I like the way he boxes. I think he needs to add a little bit more power to his punch. But all in all, when he beat Lomo, and he beat George Cambosa and all others. All his fights were good. So why did he avoid Shakur Stevenson? Because Shakur Stevenson would be a challenge to him, and he knows that. So therefore, he's abandoning that mandatory fight and the belt to move up to fight Progress, which we're going to get into in a later video. Then you got Gervonta Tank Davis, which is the man, the power. Why Gervonta Tank Davis don't take on Shakur Stevenson? Same thing with Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Because even though Tank got power, he's athletic, and he's an unbelievable superstar boxer, it's just something about Shakur Stevenson he just don't want to fuck with. How about Vasily Lomachenko, the artist in there, the one with the good leg movement, foot movement, great combinations? Shouldn't he take on the Shakur Stevenson? Well, Shakur Stevenson called Lomachenko out, and Lomachenko said that he's not fighting anymore this year. He's gonna just relax and come back in 2024, which is cool because he did just fight Devin Haney, and most people are saying that he won that fight, but it doesn't matter. Whoever hand they raise, that's the winner. And so that's it. That's all. And, so why are all these fighters avoiding Shakur Stevens? Number one, Shakur Stevens is a gifted fighter. He was born to fight. He's got good ring IQ. He got good vision in the ring. He can throw combinations. He can fight in the inside. He can fight on the outside. And one thing about people can't say about Shakur Stevenson anymore. Oh, he runs. He wasn't running. That was just good foot movement. But people were saying, oh, he's running in that. Shakur Stevenson is standing right in front of these guys now. He's going toe to toe. So there is no more of that. And he's still winning. So I think Shakur Stevenson is just a gifted fighter, and these guys just don't want to smoke unless they are forced in a corner to fight this guy. That's the only way they're going to challenge Shakur Stevenson. And he's also training with undisputed welterweight champion Terrence Bud Crawford. It don't get no better than that. Terrence Crawford is like Shakur Stevens' big brother. And, these guys love each other. So he's learning from the best on how to fight in there, because you saw how Terrence Crawford dispatched Spence. So what does that tell you when Shakur Stevens take on one of these other top guys like Isaac Pitbull Cruz, Devin the Dream Haney, Javante Tank Davis? Now don't get me wrong, either one of these guys is going to be a really challenging, good fight. But I just think Sugar Stevens just got what it takes to overcome it and win the fight. So moving on. Anthony Joshua was supposed to fight Deontay Wilder. They moved that fight back. Anthony Joshua, ever since he lost to Andy Ruiz in New York, when he first fought in New York, and I believe that's the only time he fought in the United States, in New York that is, he hasn't been the same. Have not been the same. You know, I like Anthony Joshua. I think he's a great guy. But ever since he lost to Andy Ruiz, he been gun shying there. Yeah, he won a few fights after that, but he's not the same fighter. Anthony Joshua was like, you know, he's 6'6". He was more athletic than man, getting in there going toe-to-toe. Now he's gun shy. If you look at all his fights, he just looks timid in there, like he afraid that he might get knocked out. And thanks to Andy Ruiz, Joshua is just not the same anymore. So even if they did fight Deontay Wilder, the Bronze Bomber, taking on AJ, who would win? That's an interesting fight. And we're going to have another video once that fight is set, if it ever gets set. Who would win such a fight? The Bronze Bomber, you know, he's more like a street fighter, and he just throw bombs. That's all he does. Deontay Wilder, he just throw bombs in there. And I think if he connect with one of them bombs, it's good night Anthony Joshua. Now, Anthony Joshua can pull off a win, but if he was the Anthony Joshua of old, before he fought Andy Ruiz, I probably would have gave the edge to Anthony Joshua. But right now, I don't know. And I think it's probably, I want to say Deontay Wilder at this stage of the game. Next up, the big fight coming up. Canelo Alvarez, the undisputed super middleweight champion, taking on Jermell Charlo, the undisputed welterweight, super welterweight champion. Woo, this is going to be a good fight. I think it's the 30th of September. Don't have the date in front of me, but man, I can't wait to see that fight. That's going to be a hell of a fight. And I think Jermell Charlo might just be able to pull it off. But people kind of trying to count Canelo out, saying the man is worth 160 to $200 million. He's playing golf, he's drinking, he's partying, he's enjoying himself. Well, that's what you're supposed to do. If you got $160 million, I wish I had $160 million. But do Canelo still have what it takes to beat Jermell Charlo? I'm going to say yes. But Charlo got a puncher's chance because Charlo is a great fighter, good combinations. He's a warrior. He's a lion. I think it's going to be a great fight. I think Charlo going to put up big resistance, and Charlo might just win that fight because Canelo, all Canelo does is just throw bombs. That's it. He come in, he try to corner you, and he going to try to weigh you down with a lot of hard shots. If Jermell Charlo can move and box and jab, I think he's got a good chance. And wow, wouldn't that be something if he becomes the undisputed super middleweight champion? Wow. So he ain't got nothing to lose. And then, you know, once he does that, then Terrence Bud Crawford want to take him on. Now, in the beginning, I said that he wouldn't have a chance with Charlo, but when he dispatched Spence like he did, and you know, Spence trains with Jermell, I don't know. I think that Crawford might be able to beat Jermell at 154. But if you, and Crawford said he ain't going up to, the bigger weight. So that remains to be seen. And finally, Caleb Plant slaps the shit out of Jamal Charlo. Allegedly, Jamal Charlo kept touching his beard, because I know he grew a beard or something, and at the weigh-in, I forgot what weigh-in that was, and he kept jokingly touching on his beard, and he told him to stop. And he wouldn't stop, so he slapped the shit out of him. And that's what Charlo get for touching on a man like that. Guys, the number one no you do is touch on a man's hair, his face, anything. Don't do it. Because you're going to get the shit slapped out of you. You don't do it. And that's what Charlo got. Never touch another man. That's just the way it goes. So that's all I have for you. Again, this is Kay, back at it with a new boxing video. Press like if you like my video, and don't forget to subscribe. Take care, guys, and I'll see y'all in my next video.